Hello and welcome to my video today. This afternoon, Brandon Dean of Platinum Precision is coming down from Maryland. He was just recently in Charlotte and he's making his way to Raleigh today. I have him arriving probably in about an hour or so, and I have two other Fisker Ocean owners that are going to be coming over to have their cars worked on. We're going to be having the recoiled water pumps replaced along with checking the recoiled door handles. We may get some other things done such as software updates and I think some key fob and key card pairing. So with that said, let's get started. So welcome to my video today. I have Brandon Dean with me. He's from Platinum Precision from Maryland, making his way down to the North Carolina area. Who have you visited this week?
Man, so we started Monday morning. We drove from Maryland, like you said, down to Hickory. We met Rodney in Hickory. From there, we went to Charlotte. We had 3 people Tuesday in Charlotte. Sam, Matt, and one other individual. Yesterday, we had 4 in Charlotte. Ceci, Rob, another Sam, and John was actually in Indian Land, South Carolina. And then this morning we drove up from Charlotte and we met 3 this morning. Mm-hmm. One was bricked in Pittsburgh, Mike and Sonia. The second one was,
I know Kevin is
Kevin. Yes,
Kevin.
It was Kevin, and then after Kevin was Christian.
What have you been mostly doing? Has it been the recalls?
Most of them are recalls. There's a few people who want 2.2, a couple of T-box switch kits, 12-volt kits, things like that. But for the most part, it's primarily recalls. Like I said, I have 1 bricked car, 2 bricked cars actually. One of them needs PKC in Charlotte. But other than that.
So brick cars, it is mostly PKC or battery related, or
it all depends. It's probably 70% it's 12-volt related, or a failed OTA in most cases. Both the cars that I've actually had here both failed OTA. The first one we were unable to recover the PKC because it was on version 9, and with 2.2 it takes it to version 20. Well, version 17 there was a bootloader file as well, and if the OTA team doesn't send the bootloader with it, then we end up with a brick PKC 9 out of 10 times. So that one we weren't able to recover it. That one needs a PKC, and the one this morning failed but had already had bootloader done with 2.0, so we were able to just reflash it and it's good to go.
Mm-hmm. Originally we were supposed to have you come down about 3 weeks ago, I think. Something we had like snow in the forecast, so that slowed things down. So now we have rain this week, so unfortunately we can't get away from winter weather here, but at least you're here now. Yep. We have 3 cars we're going to be working on today. My car, we have Jim's car, and we have Ken's car. And we're going to be replacing the water pumps. We're going to be checking the door handles, and I think maybe just checking to make sure the software is fully updated. And Ken has a key card and a key fob. I'm not sure if he's getting that done today or not, but
yeah, I think he said something about programming his key and fob, and he said possibly installing 2.2 because evidently he's had issues with OTAs in the past. So
gotcha. So if we can get all that done, it'll be great. So yeah, I have a doggy window stuck in mine, so that maybe that'll get fixed. I'm not sure if because that happened with the 2.2 update. And I know at least one other person that couldn't get it fixed down in Florida, but we'll see.
We're going to try.
We're going to try. So I'll let you get started, and I'll try to stay out of your way. And so let's get started.
Awesome.
A little more?
Yeah, just a little bit. Perfect. 40. We're told that like there's 13 clips and there's 13 of these plastic clips. There's 5 10mm bolts, and then there is 8 8mm bolts, and that's just to get the rubber out of there.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. Though that metal clip tool is the best I know for getting those off.
Yeah, especially
I've tried. I used to do it with just a screwdriver, and it just doesn't.
right. And then like with how recessed these are, I actually found it's really easy if you get they're really flimsy, so you can't really use the trim clip pliers all the way. But if you can at least get the head popped up a little bit, then just a door panel tool like that works phenomenally well. But then when you come back here where it's relatively flat, you can just use this, kind of walk it left and right, and pop it off. See how it goes. Over there. Cool. And there she blows. Unplug the connector. Do you want me to kind of talk through these steps, or?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Unplug the connector. Clamp our first hose off. Clamp our second hose off. Silicone lubricant is your best friend. These clamps and these hoses are out of this world. And if anybody is going to do it, I would strongly recommend getting the flexible hose clamp pliers. You can thank me later. Because there's no way that you're going to get a regular pair of pliers up in here to get these off. A little more lube. So now it's about to be mess time. We did clamp the line, so we're not going to lose all the coolant, but the coolant that's on the inside of the lines and the pump.
Inside the pump, yeah.
Yeah. Here it goes. That's one hose. Now, move this. Tilt the pump down and drain what's left in there out. obviously, if you're going to use a pry bar to do this, you want to go between the pump body and the edge of the hose, so that you don't puncture or damage the hose. Now we got it off a little. It's got some resistance, so put a little more of our best friend on there. And just push it back. And there it is. Spray a little lube on the bushing for the mounting plate here. And then you're going to push the pump towards the front of the car, and it'll pop right off.
It's a boy.
There it is. Production date 5/18 of 23.
So about a year before the good ones, right? I think the good ones were 5 of 24.
2 of 24.
Or 2
so
of
this
24?
this one is April 12th of 2024.
Uh-huh. So is this the toughest one to replace since it's so
Yes.
low?
Yep.
I know the one for the motor up, I mean the battery, I guess, on the left is the easiest because you can get it right from the top of the,
Yeah, there's
inside
two.
the hood.
There's two that you can get from under the hood. The one for the PDU and the front drive motor.
yeah.
Um,
And then I guess the other one I can
Is
see
right
right,
here.
there, yeah. That's
Which
probably
you-
the second toughest.
Probably.
Yeah.
And you know, it's crazy that in reality,
So close to the suspension.
right? And all these pumps, the part numbers are different, but the pumps themselves are the exact same. What makes the pump part number different is that rubber bushing with how it mounts. So it's really interesting that these are the only pumps affected by the recall when fundamentally they're all 4 if you have an extreme, ultra, or 1
Yeah.
the exact same. Sports only have 3 because obviously they're front wheel drive only. So it's your fun tip of the day.
Yeah, I think I did a video on the pumps, and when I was looking at them closely, yeah, they do all look identical except for the rubber for the mounting. I guess that's for the noise, vibration, harshness issues, so they don't go making more noise than they have to.
Yep. So when we first started experiencing these issues with Fisker, we obviously had an issue getting this pump because this was the culprit of many issues.
Yeah.
So what they actually had us do was order any one of the other 4 pumps, and
You can
just
pop off the
just
rubber,
swap the
right?
bushing. Yep.
Yeah. Just pop it.
And that
replace it.
obviously was before they had the updated part, so you know we were kind of putting the same potential failure-prone component back in the car, but at the time, what were we to do?
Yeah, there has been some discussion that some people think that if the circuit board was the problem, I guess it was a resistor that didn't get coated properly, that all 3 or 4 of the pumps should have the same issue.
Exactly. That's my
But-
thought process.
I guess we're going to find out eventually if others fail.
Yeah.
I'm guessing this would be the closest since that's the second most exposed.
If anything, truthfully, I feel like this one is more exposed
Yeah,
than that one.
yeah.
Because that one has the body around it and the undercovers on it.
Mm-hmm.
This one, you know,
Oh, it-
has the wheel liner, but all this is wide open, man.
Yep. Oh yeah. There's been a couple people researching on how to seal the wheel well better.
Yep.
So that's going to be a future video on that because there's a whole bunch of issues with the water going over the cowl, over into the all those connectors in the wheel well. So yeah, there's some water issues.
Yep. And make sure if you're going to do this or you're going to have somebody do it, make sure that they're actually changing the right pump. Because there were a few issues where the wrong pumps were getting swapped out, and obviously.
Yeah, I think it was. Some people were
It
having
was
these
that one.
in the wheel well put replaced, and that's not the problem.
Yep.
Uh,
So that is that. Now we put the undercover back up and do the cooling system. Let's get it going. All right, I'm gonna move out.
Actually, 3, you didn't know yet.
Now our work underneath is complete. Now, pour coolant in, just a little above the line. Got your keys, buddy?
I think I give it to you. Did I? I was using the key card to, but just easier just to leave it in there.
Seatbelt. Set the fan speed on high. Put it in neutral so it doesn't shut off.
Oh, is it better to have it in earth
Either one.
or if you, because I know Fun does full, like
Right.
HVAC is full with Fun and Hyper, right?
Yep. So yeah,
So we'll just that runs for like 10, at least 10 minutes.
10 minutes or so. Just want to make sure you have warm cabin heat and you don't see any bubbling or anything coming
Yep.
out of the reservoir.
Okay, so we have the cap back on. Looks like everything is working. We got all the air out of the lines. And we're done. Yeah. We're gonna now do I guess part of the recall for the door handles is to do a check on, was it all 4 door handles,
Yeah, it's all
correct?
4. Yep. So basically, we're going to take this tool, turn it on. You see the red light. We're going to stick it in here, make sure it sits flush. And then we're just going to lock the door. Notice how the light turned green?
Mm-hmm.
Unlock, it goes back red. That door handle passes.
Passes, huh?
Same thing here. Between these and the ones we had at Fisker,
Uh-huh.
but this one doesn't, half the time it doesn't ever want to sit in there right. It doesn't sit right. It doesn't do anything. So you see, now if I pull it off, I lock it, it says it failed. The door handle, it didn't fail. It's not sitting in there right. So see, I just barely touched it.
Mm-hmm.
There it is.
Now it passes. So
Brandon, one time in my car, it locked me in. I couldn't.
prior to 2.2.
It was prior to 2.2. You saw that? So, no.
Yeah. So 2.2.
Are you funny? You're funny. Sorry. No, it was I was petting him earlier. I was spoiling him. I love dogs. How've you been?
Good, good. How have you been?
I've been good. It's been busy. Delighted to have my car will be next. I just got a recall work done and have a higher level of confidence with it. So.
Good. We're in sort of like, the slump. There's no break.
All right, so we passed. Separate as an OTA, wasn't it?
That's right. You had yours done.
Oh, we have it. That is so weird that the 2.2 update killed one doggy window.
Yeah. What else is weird with 2.2? I'm assuming it has to do with the coding for the body control module now. So like you have to recode it to get the new lock and unlock sound. But in some cars, Cali mode will open from the key fob with 2.2, but it will no longer close.
Oh yeah. All right, so we got the fast update on the California mode, and we now have the doggy window on the left that was stuck from the 2.2 update is now working. So all the windows are now opening with California mode. Thanks a lot, Brendan, for visiting us in North Carolina. I know it's a long trip, and you still have 2 more days, right?
Yeah.
So
I have 6 more cars.
6 more.
4 tomorrow, 2 Friday. So yeah, it's been busy. It's been busy. It's a total of I think 16 total,
Wow.
give or take, between here in Charlotte. There's 9 here, 7 in Charlotte.
Mostly water pump?
Almost every one is a water pump,
And then some
there's
extra.
a few that's some extra stuff on top of it. But yeah, every single one of them is water pump and door handle checks.
Cool.
All right, so 3 satisfied customers.
Check us out online, www.platinumprecisionllc.com, or call us at 410-610-0651. We'll gladly get you taken care of.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.